Welcome to Dirt Cheap Daily. This is the first episode in my tires and rims series where I show you how to clean rims in preparation for paint. When you're working on it yourself, if they're all grimy like these ones are, you get really dirty. So the first thing I'm going to do before I start anything is scrub down all the rims with just some soap and water and see where we're at. If I need to get some more degreaser, I can put on engine degreaser or even just gasoline. Grab just some soap and water, spray down the rims, and scrub everything off, get them clean. So we're gonna start with that. The key to any good paint job is a thorough prep. Having a clean surface is essential before you start sanding. A dirty rim will only gum up your sandpaper. Spending the time cleaning your rims will also give you an idea of any areas that will need more attention when you go to sand. Alright, now this tire obviously is completely bald, but it also was the site of a outer CV boot failure, and so the inside of the tire, when I pulled it off, was completely greased. When I was doing the head gaskets, I sprayed this down with gasoline and kind of wiped it out, but it's still got some pretty hefty grease deposits in it. Being that it's a somewhat intricate rim, it's kind of hard to get in all the crevices, and so you go for a toothbrush. For most of the stuff that I do, as far as cleaning goes, the dollar store usually has a lot of cleaning products and they're pretty cheap. And for the most part, a degreaser is a degreaser. You can pick up packs of toothbrushes, you can pick up other scrub brushes, and usually they have gallon jugs of degreaser that's made for floors or whatever. It doesn't matter, it's a degreaser. You can use it on anything in your engine bay as long as you spray it down and get enough afterwards. So since this one is so bad, I went and got some engine degreaser. Then you just kind of want to let that soak for a little bit. So the other things I'm using, this bottle is filled with Simple Green. It's a really good, almost industrial strength degreaser, and I use it on about everything. I'm also going to use just Dawn dish soap because that's a really good degreaser. Here is a scrub brush I got from the dollar store. And in some instances, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for everybody. This is just a wire brush, but in this rim's case, it's really grimy. And I'm gonna go ahead and use it because I'm gonna be sanding this rim down anyway to paint. This will scratch your rims, so beware, okay? So I'm just using this to break up the larger deposits of grease, and then I'll go back in with a toothbrush and scrub everything out. So this isn't going to take everything off, but it'll break things up so it's easier to use a plastic bristle brush. Just another tip. When you are doing this and you're using chemicals, always be sure to read the chemical warning labels and follow them. Also beware that some chemicals, if you're using them in conjunction with each other, they can mix and that can be bad. You can get some toxic fumes. So always do this in a well-ventilated area. Some cleaners can do some funky things to aluminum. Make sure you read the label before you buy it and make sure that it's safe to use on rubbers, aluminums and steel, things like that. You don't want it reacting and tarnishing your rims. That's why I always just start out with dish soap. Dish soap is pretty safe on about everything. You can mix it in a spray bottle and spray things down, and it's just cheap. So since this rim is so dirty, we're gonna flip it around and just real fast scrub the inside just to get all the grime out. I'm not really concerned about it too much, but because this rim is so dirty, I'm gonna try and get it a little cleaner. So it's always nice to spray it down every once in a while to see where you're at, see where there are areas where you're not getting it all the way as at. So spray it down a couple of times and just be really thorough. I'm really trying to get all of the grease off. I can get good adhesion with my paint and I won't have to worry about any chipping or flaking of the paint when I'm done. You can already tell it's coming really clean. These are actually in really good condition, but we're gonna paint them anyway.